Okay, here's the project of splitting a face in half and messing around with the liquefy filter. I mentioned in class that faces are, yes, very symmetrical, and actually the more beautiful or handsome the person, the more symmetrical they tend to be. Nevertheless, the person's left brain controls their right eye, essentially, and their right brain controls their left eye. And so if one side of the brain is in fact more analytical, that shows up in the way the eye kind of stares. And if one is more intuitive, creative, it also shows up in the way the eye looks. Anyway, let's explore that idea. And it's another sort of reinforcement of the idea of layers and flipping images and bending pixels. So in this idea, I'm going to take my rectangular selection tool right up here at the top, and I'm going to click and drag halfway through the face like that. It works best with a face that is looking straight at you and not turned away. I think this one will be fun because of the asymmetry of the hand and these big lips here. Anyway, let's copy this, Control C, paste it, Control V. Notice the new layer here. I want to free transform it. That's Edit, Free Transform, or Control T, and then right click on it and flip horizontal. Hit Enter and move it with the Move tool, which is up here. And line it up. You can nudge it with the arrow key also. So that's pretty bizarre. Right that away here. So for this, let's see, I'm going to say layer, flatten image at the bottom, and I'll just crop away the little extra on the side here, this little piece here. Save this file as a JPEG, so File, Save As, and JPEG it. Okay, name it Face 1 or Angelina 1 or whatever you want, and save it. I'm going to cancel it. And try that with the other side of the face just to see how that looks. So I'm going to step backwards here and get my layers and copy the other side of the face here. So I'm just going to move, I just step backwards with an edit, step backwards, and the shortcut I was using was Alt Control, and then I kept hitting Z while I held down Alt and Control. And in this case, I'm just going to move this selection over to this side, right down the middle of the face again. Good. Copy it, Control C, paste, Control V, free transform, Control T, right click, flip horizontal, enter twice, sometimes, or once, depending, and then throw that over here. And nudge it with the arrow key if you need to. Alright. Okay, and then layer flatten. And I closed the last one, but it's quite a bit different than this one, and you'll see you would never recognize this is Angelina Jolie without both sides of her face. It's very bizarre. This is right up there with the surrealism project. Anyway, last of the pixel bending ideas is, let's look at the liquefy filter. So go in here to filter, liquefy right here at the top. And this is a program within a program. Let me see if I can make this smaller here. Get this to fit in the frame. So it's this little sub-program, and let me zoom out so we can see it here. Okay, good. Upper left here is a warp tool, which you can play with, and you can see I can pull out her hair even more and do odd things like that. You have to be sort of get in the mindset of a middle schooler here, middle grade school kid. The pucker tool right here. Notice that the brush here is a little bit small. I want to pinch in our whole eye socket here. So I'm going to take the brush and move it up. Let's try 300 pixels or so. That should be good. And as I click and hold, it's pinching in. Yes, very bizarre. And the pucker is, or I'm sorry, the bloat is just the opposite. I'll use a bigger brush, in fact, maybe 430 here. And when you say OK, there's the transformation. Very silly, but anyway, we're learning to push pixels around and think about the plasticity. Here's the before on that. Here's the after. Okay. So that's it for this project. Save all your work, try variations, make sure you JPEG everything, and that's it for now.